Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to Soulful Thoughts from New Zealand. Well, we are off to a fiery start of the year, are we not? I hope that you are finding the calm I was speaking about in my last podcast. If you missed it, and given how things are unfolding, you may want to go back to December's podcast and soak in that for a little while. Meanwhile, here today, I want to wish everyone a blessed Imbolc time if you are in the Northern Hemisphere, and a happy Lunasa if you are in the Southern Hemisphere. Counterintuitively, even though I am currently living in the Southern Isles, my heart and seasons still belong to my Northern Isles home. So, today it is Imbolc we are celebrating. The festival that honours Brighid and the quickening and first seasonal awakenings of life beneath the earth. The Brighid I speak of here is the pre-Christian Brighid, the daughter of the Dagda and Danu, the leaders of the magical ruling peoples of Ireland long ago called the Tuatha Dé Danann. Brighid was considered the guardian, if you like, of fire, giving inspiration to metal workers, poets, and that of healing and fertility. The metal workers forged everything from magical weapons to keep their people safe, to exquisite and magical talismans in the form of jewelry, which could provide all manner of assistance to the one wearing it. And here I want to tell you of an experience I had while living in Ireland. Just down the road from me, I discovered there was an old stone circle, which only had 4 stones left, and had not been tended to in any way. I leant against the tallest and most upright stone with my eyes closed, feeling into the energy of the stone. My eyes slowly opened, and there in front of one of the other stones was one of the Tuatha Dé Danann. He was not quite in the same physical density as I, but close to it, and I instinctively knew he was a metal worker. He wore one of the most beautiful and potent brooches I have ever seen. But his whole countenance was one of sadness. I asked him why he was so sad. He replied that he was saddened that the magical art of jewelry making had all but disappeared, and that it was no longer being taught in a way to empower the people. I had no reply. I simply acknowledged his sadness and the rightness of his words through an understanding glance and a slight nod. He then gave a meek smile and disappeared. I was deeply touched by this encounter and felt his otherworldly energy all around me. Slowly I walked back to my cottage, meeting my landlady on the way. She asked where I had been. I told her of the old stone circle, which she nodded to in acknowledgement. I then told her there was also a male visitor who appeared. She wondered who that could be, and named one of the local farmers close by. I said no, he was from the other world. She looked at me intently and said, "You see them, do you?" "I do," I replied. She nodded once more in acknowledgement, and then told me of another stone circle within a short driving distance. "It is my favorite one," she said. We then had everyday banter about it being a good drying day for the laundry, and off we both went on our way. This also felt like a precious encounter, that another human being, though not gifted with that sight herself, knew that it was completely viable and acceptable to have such experiences. Not a moment of questioning, not a moment of doubt. My soul felt acknowledged, filled, and very much in the right place. And I have to say here, I did visit the other stone circle that she recommended, and a whole tribe of the Tuatha Dé Danann appeared, and we were dancing and singing together. And in that, I merely cried and cried. I was so happy to be with them again, for they are my family. Now, anyone who works with fire knows that it needs to be respected, watched over, and tended to with awareness. The same can be said for the inspiration of poetry, of writing, of words. The bards of old prayed to Brighid to be filled with the fire of inspiration, and prepared themselves to receive this, often heading into the forests to empty themselves and to create an inner opening for the inspired reply. They were never disappointed if their hearts were in the right place. Is your heart in the right place at the moment? Not just to receive inspiration, but in how you are living. Are you emptying yourself often enough to receive what is yours, to receive the fertility, to receive the healing? In difficult times, it is tempting to fill yourself, to try and garner some security, but really it comes from the exact opposite. May we learn from the bards and create spacious openings in our lives to let the fertile buds of Imbolc begin to come forth from the ground and the earth of our being. And of course the same can be said for healing, creating space to feel all that you would prefer not to. And yet there is your freedom. There is your new life waiting to take bud. It is said that Brighid of the Tuatha Dé Danann was the one who created keening, the act of emoting one's grief, when her son was killed in battle. Keening and healing go hand in hand. May we all emote in a way that allows our soul and heart to speak fully. We have stuffed our voices and our words for way too long. Perhaps another visit to the forest or to the ocean or to your own private place needs to be had to set your voice and yourself free. Intense times need to be let go in order for sanity and balance to return. The inner fire needs to be tended so it does not cause chaos in your life. For all that is within will find its way out one way or another. Let it be in a consciously entered way, and let the true fire of inspiration reign on our earth once more. I have often led pilgrimages to Ireland, and am inspired to lead another in 2027. My inspiration of late is also to create ease in my life, and in the interest of that, I am only taking 4 pilgrims with me. So a deeply intimate experience of the land, the sea, the stone, and of the age-old stories and energies coming into new life in and through us. We will be visiting the area I lived, which I have spoken about here, and the stone circles, plus other magical sites. Now there are only 2 places left, so please see the link below and feel if it is a call to your soul. For that's what a pilgrimage is. It calls your soul to come. I'm also leading a meditation on February the 17th for the solar eclipse, new moon, and the fire horse year. So yes, more fire. So please see the link below for that as well. May we learn to use the fire energy well. I wish you inspired thoughts and feelings this month. Arahanui.